Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Tragedy has hit Malcolm X's family. Once again, it's unfortunate being reported that one of his twin daughter, Malikah Shabazz, has been found dead in her Brooklyn apartment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier. Greetings, and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari Soldier of Deep Roots TV. And if this is your first time tuning in, I'm asking you, hit that red subscribe button. And we're going to have a great relationship, ladies and gentlemen. Heartbreak has hit the X family again. Ladies and gentlemen, it was just recently that the two men that was held behind bars were exonerated for the murder of Malcolm X, but that's not the topic right this time, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on is that Malcolm X's daughter has been found dead at this point. It appears, as New York reports, that there haven't been any foul play, but we're going to go through the article here and see what we could come up with, ladies and gentlemen. It's an unfortunate turn of events. Mrs. Shabazz was found in her living room by her daughter on Monday. The police do not suspect any foul play, as they says Malikah Shabazz walked with her sister Aisha, third from the left here in the picture, and is showing concern. Malikah Shabazz, one of the youngest daughter of Malcolm X, and his wife Betty Shabazz, was found dead at her home in Brooklyn Monday. Police said the death of Ms. Shabazz, 56 years old, not appear to be under suspicion, said the spokesman of the city medical examiner, who will determine the cause of death. A high-ranking police officer said, according to accidental food poisoning, it appears that's what's going on. That was the role. Now, Mr. Shabazz was found dead 4 days after a judge exonerated two men who were convicted in the 1966 assassination of Malcolm X the year before. Yeah. She was found unresponsive on her living room floor by her 23-year-old daughter, who lived with her in the apartment in Midwood section of Brooklyn, the police said. Now, Mayor Bill de Blasio said that the news conference on Tuesday, that there would be, some kind of, was no indication that Ms. Shabazz's death was criminal or resulted in foul play. Spokesman from the city medical examiner said that they were conducting tests to determine the cause of death. The death of Ms. Shabazz is a horrifying turn of events for the family of Malcolm X, who was one of the most important leaders of the 20th centuries in civil rights movement. And it is not only a shocking situation here, ladies and gentlemen. There are renewed anguish over the assassination of X, since the two men that were in prison for his murder were released last week. Yes, when a Manhattan district judge turned over the wrongful conviction of these two men. His family has been through hell and over again, and there are some horrible injustice to someone who ultimately did so much for the world, so much good for the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ms. Shabazz had her twin sister, Malak, M-A-L-A-A-K, Malak, were born in 1965 after their father were assassinated. Tributes pour out online in the newspaper when the spread of her death became obvious. Reverend Bernice A. King, the youngest child of Dr. Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King, said she was deeply saddened by Malikah's death. Be at peace, Malikah, she wrote in her Twitter message. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another tragedy. I mean, this family is riddled with tragedy. Ms. Shabazz's death was the latest in the series of tragedy to befall the family, who matriarch Betty Shabazz died of her injuries that were sustained in a fire in her home in Yonkers in 1997. She was 61 at the time. Now, her 12-year-old grandson, Malcolm, Shabazz pleaded guilty to the charges that he set the fire and served 5 years in juvenile detention. In 2013, Ms. Shabazz, then 28, was beaten and killed. Mr. Shabazz. In 2013, Mr. Shabazz, ex's son, was beaten and killed. Wow. In Mexico, during a dispute over a bar tab while in the country and advocating for construction workers' rights. Actually, if he was 12 down in 90 something, 2013, okay, so it's the grandson that was beaten and killed. Well, he murdered grandma. So it seemed like karma was the drama. Now, Malikah Shabazz left New York in 99 and moved to North Carolina. In a recent year, she was living in Maryland, and it's unclear when she returned to the city of New York. She had complicated relationship with her sister, who she fought more than a decade over the mother's estate. In 2011, she pleaded guilty to running up a credit card debt in the name of a 70-year-old widow whose husband had been one of Malcolm X's bodyguard. She was sentenced to 5 years in probation. Now, Lori Annie Douglas, who was appointed representative for Ms. Shabazz in the litigation over her mother's estate, remember her as a smart, full of life and funny person. She loved her family, missed her mother, missed her dad terribly, and like any other young person, she had a lot to deal with and had a difficult time dealing with that, she said. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know that it is a sad situation to hear that, a family member of such a great civil rights, activist has passed, and, condolences are pouring in right now, and it's unfortunate. It appears that, the coroner is saying that early release, or the police are saying that it could be a case of food poisoning, and I just want to take time to send my condolences out to the families and friends. Yeah, everyone that's hurting from this news here. Mrs. Shabazz has passed in her living room at a tender year, age of 56, ladies and gentlemen. And, my condolences here from the Deep Roots TV studio. So I just wanted to, break the news to you. It's an unfortunate, sad news. 3 days after Malcolm X, so-called murderers, 2 men that were incorrectly convicted for the murder of Malcolm X, has been exonerated and released from jail. His daughter, Malikah Shabazz, was found on her living room floor, unresponsive. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari, soldier of Deep Roots TV. Yeah, and if you want to hear the truth, I'm asking you go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Yeah, my condolences out to all the fans, the friends, the families, relatives, everybody who's shaken by this news right now. Malcolm X's daughter, one of his twin daughters, Malikah Shabazz, was found unresponsive on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, by her daughter. You know I'm Rastafari, soldier, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, I am Carla. I am watching Deep Roots TV. Woo!
This the Lioness. Log on to Deep Roots TV.
On parle français, sa femme est française, donc on dit bonjour à la France.
Yo people, this December the 17th, I'm a normal. It's a Moby and Waters link up. And me I tell you, say unity is strength. Unity is strength. Me I go see on how when the selector about down the place, I wanna beat down the fence. You understand me? I say $15 for going. You understand? Yeah, and this is a Vibes Lounge. You understand? Not the other deal. Fort Lauderdale. You understand? All I wanna come up. Miami, everybody. You understand? Get to understand! Get clap! You want to see son? I want to go on this, sir. Promoter.